Hey, and welcome to Civ 5. So, I bought Civ 6 yesterday, Rise and Fall DLC, so I could be playing that, but most of my friends, well, literally all my friends are still on Civ 5, and they don't want to make the switch to Civ 6 yet, so our multiplayers are going to be in Civ 5, and realize I could be probably a lot better at Civ 5 multiplayer than I currently am, so I'll just be playing a bunch of games and getting better. So I don't really know how I want to do this. We might go ahead and do it with, and by this I don't mean like the game setup. The game setup I'm just going to go through in a moment, but it's what we usually do with our multiplayer games. But basically, I don't really know if I want to do this like every 10, not every 10 turns, but like every 50 turns. I stop the recording, or every 100 turns. So we'll see where we're at by 50 turns, and then we'll keep on going. So for our multiplayer game, we almost always go continents because we have, I think, like one player who really likes the ocean, so that's like his area of expertise. So he always really insists on that. We end up doing because it splits up the world pretty nicely. Standard, now usually we're between 8 and 10 players usually. We might go up to 12, maybe, but that's like if everyone attended, which almost never happens. So usually we're at standard, maybe even small. So we're gonna go with standard, the more the merrier. Difficulty level, I'm gonna go with Prince because none of us gets any bonuses, and I know that the Civ 5 AI is pretty shit, but I don't feel like playing any of these. Game pace, we almost always go with quick because we just we are the players who don't like to wait around too much. We could go with standard, and we honestly probably should if we really want to like switch out and enjoy it. I think we will go standard mode once we move to Civ 6 because it's really fun. I've only ever played in one game, so, and it was on standard speed, which was nice, and I felt good about it. But at Civ 5, we usually go with quick. In terms of advanced setup, however, we take off time because we don't have time as a victory type. Quick combat, quick movement for sure. We usually have a 90-second turn timer, but I'm pretty good at. I know all my hotkeys, so we good. We good on that part. We don't have raging barbs. We don't really care about this, I guess. Was it a challenge? Nope. Random seed. Nope. Sometimes we have this, but we've only ever had it once in like the 3 games that we've played, so there's no point in turning it on right now, I guess. Policy saving we almost never have, and same for promotion saving. We do not have these. Maximum turns we do not have either. And then I just left this as it was. We might go to strategic balance because we've had a couple. In the past games, we've had a couple of issues where 1 or 2 players had iron and coal and so on, and a couple of players were like, "Oh, I don't have any iron or any coal," and it gave them a significant bonus, especially with ideologies and so on, just founding them, and just getting to medieval units a lot faster. And even just with frigates, for example, where you require iron to build them, it was really imbalanced. So we might go with strategic balance, but for now we're going to go with standard, so we can see how we adapt to different start locations and how we play our game around this. So yeah, random. We have 7 other civs. Let me just make sure that's enough. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yeah. This is actually our maximum amount of players in a game that I could possibly get, pretty much. Okay. Start game. So we'll see who we get, and then we'll base our game around playing. Oh, perfect. What a coincidence. So the first ever Civ game I did as Bismarck, and it was in settled difficulty and whatever. But ever since, I've just had like a preference for playing as Bismarck. So this is really good. Okay. So thankfully, I know pretty much what Bismarck does, but we'll just go through it real quick.
first half of the 20th century,
And I don't know how the audio settings are. I'll look at the audio settings when I take a look back at this, but... So, Furor Teutonicus, upon defeating Barbarian units and encampment, there's a 67% chance you earn 25 gold when they join your side. So that can be pretty good for getting an early army. Pays 25% less for land unit maintenance. That's pretty good, actually. But unfortunately, this doesn't actually apply to air units or naval units. So it does result in our having to still pay full maintenance for those. But it does mean we can have a pretty good standing land army. The Hansa is pretty overpowered. The way it works is we want every single city to have a Hansa, because each trade route you have with a city-state, you gain plus 5% production, right? So we can get at least 4 trade routes going to city-states. Don't know, I can't remember what the normal maximum is without getting wonders. We're going to try and avoid wonders, especially the Great Library. We're going to try and avoid that because usually there's one player in our group who goes for the Great Library, and in single player I always just rush it. So I want to see how it works out. We're going to play this game as if it was multiplayer. Can I just turn off the grid right away? Apparently not. Okay, so I have to get out of this little thing. So the Hansa is replacement for the bank, blah blah. It's really good. It's really, really good, unless the World Congress blocks embargo city-states, in which case we're screwed. We lose all of our bonus production. We have to trade with other players. So we lose the massive boost in production because we can get at least plus 20% production, right? Just from having 4 trade routes to city-states. Now the Panzer is actually pretty good as well. It's really good. It has 1 additional movement compared to the tank, so we can actually catch up with armies that try and run away. I think it's a little bit more powerful. I think it's like a 60 versus 80. I'm not too sure. We can look it up afterwards, but it requires 1 oil. So one really fun idea we had for a team game was that we could go 1% as the Ottomans because they get 2 times the amount of oil. 1% as Bismarck, and then the Ottomans just gift their oil to the Germans to make panzers, and the panzers get gifted back to the Ottomans. It'll be fun. Anyway, so let's begin our journey. Yeah, okay, so it's G for the grid. And nice, okay. So I never move my settler. Basic rule, because the reason is what we have right here, and let me just turn on yield icons. We have always 1 luxury resource minimum. Here we actually have 2 right off the bat, which is great. We're next to a river, which is good as well. We have this hill right here, right? So we have bonus production right off the bat, and we have this growth tile, which we can make even better once we get a builder out and do that. So from here, just looking at purely defensively where we could get bombarded from by and these are pretty good growth tiles as well, because we can just go ahead and build a couple of farms. We can chop down some of this forest for production as well. That's something I don't usually tend to do, so I'm going to look into doing that this game and see how it turns out. So over here we have, so if we found a city right here, we can get attacked by an archer unit. This tile right here, this tile right here, this tile, this tile, this tile, but anything from this side will have, I don't know if you can see my cursor, anything from the right of the river is going to have reduced damage because they're firing over a river. Not so for anything from this side, but from this side, if we keep this forest, that could be a little bit of a good bonus. Of course, once artillery comes around, we can just chop down this forest, it'll be pointless. But let's just go ahead and found our city. Okay, so we've revealed a little bit further up. You can see a little bend here, so that is interesting. So we can station 1 unit there, and this is, I'm just looking at this from a defensive perspective. We could put an archer on this tile, have it firing over the top of whatever unit we have here. Let's say like a melee unit here that's fortified, so it gets the defensive bonus. And there's going to be a negative modifier on the attack of any enemy unit here. So this is pretty good for defense as well, because we can just fire from there. So this is good. I like this, and we can also put a unit there and just have it fire over there. All right. Let's see. Where do we want to move our guy? Where can he move to? If I just press M, it'll show up. So we could move to there. And see, we always want to move, usually I want to move on top of a hill. So I'm thinking right here, because then I'll be able to see what's over there, or right here so I can see what's over here. Now that's plains, that's Grassland River, that's just forest and plains and more plains. Let's move here. Okay. So here we have another growth tile. And we have tundra, so we're not going to explore further down. Tundra right there means that we might be at the bottom of the map. As for what we're going to research, it's pretty simple. We see here we have ivory and we have wheat. So we're going to improve the wheat first because we don't really care about ivory until happening starts to be an issue, which we have a bunch of time before. We're going to go for pottery and try and get ourselves a pantheon right here. After what we're going to produce scout, we're going to produce a scout first, and then we'll probably go into monument or builder. Now, one thing I forgot to check is what tiles we're working. We definitely want to lock this one in, because what that's going to do, we're going to micro our cities in this game, because we have the time, and that way I can get better at it. Right here, we're going to work the one with the highest food yield, right? So not great on production, at least it does have some production, but it is our best growth tile. So after this, we're probably going to move to, well, since these are all just one food, one production, right? Except for this one, which is only two production. We might move to this one instead because it's got the bonus 2 gold as well. Of course, that 2 gold is going to be applied, but not the bonus happiness, so we'll need to increase that. So this is not actually all that great. We could use, see if we do this, we can see the yields around us. We definitely want to expand down here, so we can work a radius of 3 tiles. So 1, 2, and 3. That's not great. That might be good. This tile right here is a hill, so more forest. Well, but we want to expand down here. We don't actually want to get the luxury. We can't control our growth. So we're going to want to expand down to here and get these growth tiles and improve those and build a farm there. So we can get our growth up to scratch. But this is good. So it took us 5, it said that on turn 0 it would take us 5 turns to grow to pop 2. That's standard. That's what you would expect from any sort of, I want to say normal, but it's not quite normal. Okay, we can see here we have a little bit of coast, so I'm not going to explore there either. I'm going to move to here. Perfect. So already we have a little bit of stone and some ivory. So depending on what there is here, this might be an interesting place to set a second city. But what I really care about right now is getting that ruin right there. So we're going to get the scout in 3 turns, and we can send him off up to the north. And then once we meet a city state, we'll see if we can steal a worker or not. Oh, perfect. Okay, cool. So that was really lucky. We just finished up pottery. Now, this is actually really amazing. Turn 2, we're done with pottery. So if we were in a multiplayer game, I would for sure rush writing right here. I would absolutely 100% rush the Great Library. And I think I'm going to go ahead and do that as well. So I'm going to rush the Great Library, because turn 2 ruin pottery, you get that in multiplayer, that's amazing. Also, while we're here, let's just take a look at this little place that we discovered a little bit. See, that's a 3 food tile. That's a really good tile right here. It's right there. But I'm thinking we might want to settle maybe right there on top of that ivory. Because 1, 2, and 3, we can get that growth tile late game, right? Got a couple of growth tiles. These here plains aren't great, but we can just build trading posts on them later. So we might want to settle here because of that. We can get that coastal city. Plus, we have fish. We have stone will just be production. Fish. Okay, on second thought, this isn't too great of a settle because in our capital we already have ivory. This place right here looks like a much more powerful city actually, now that I look at it. Settling maybe right on top of there or right on top of that hill for that defensive bonus for the city. We'll see. It'll be interesting. Okay, 2 more turns on growth. So after that we said that we would be working, does right clicking do? Right clicking does nothing. Okay. Definitely want to lock that in. So I'm gonna have this guy move to here. Okay, yes. Look at this, 3 ivory next to each other. We definitely want to settle a city right here. Look at the yield icons, we can see 1, 2, 3. That's gonna give us a bunch of copies of the luxury. 1, 2, and 3 copies of our luxury to trade away in exchange for other luxuries. That's a really good place to settle right here. Plus all the gold is going to come from that, of course. We have one growth tile right here, a second growth tile here. These are really good growth tiles we can build farms on. I mean, second city spot right here. And it's going to be coastal, so if we find any coastal civs, we can send them trade routes. Let's have this guy move. Where's this? Forest and grassland, plains. Let's have him move to here. Okay, perfect. City state right here. And there's some spices. Now we're not going to get those with our city here because they're going to expand to it first, probably. Border expansion always prioritizes. We're going to go for a shrine next. Because a monument, getting a religion is super important. Okay, there's another really good space here. Oh, this is continents, huh? So like I was saying, border expansion always prioritizes luxuries, right? So with our own right here, it's prioritizing right there. Yep, we do want to work that. And we're gonna have this guy come over to here. Okay. This could be a pretty good second expansion place, maybe? Let's have him move on to there. Okay, that's good. It means no one's gonna steal that coming from the right. We're gonna have him explore down here just to make sure. But I'm thinking right now, second city right there. Oh, I need to plug in my computer. It just went dark on me. Plug in that computer. Give it a second to stabilize it. Yes, and we should be good. Okay. So like I said, I'm gonna have him come down here, just all the way up to like there, just to make sure that this doesn't actually lead off to like another continent or another little landmass area. Then we're gonna have him scout down here to be absolutely 100% certain that there's nothing else there. But it doesn't look like there is. So this guy, we're gonna go ahead and send him up north. Right, perfect. So next turn he'll be able to get that. So we grew in this turn. You'll notice our growth has dropped drastically. We're now at 15 more turns. In terms of what we're actually building though, we're only ever at 2 turns. So I think we're gonna add the monument to our queue in 8 turns to get a worker. Granary right there, wheat, bananas, and deer. Now that's useful because we actually have wheat here. And once we get this going, we can just export it over to. If you look at this, it's actually really good for growth. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2 food tiles right here, plus a 3 food tile here, just like one outside of our borders. If we settle on that city, it's gonna have bonus production, a bunch of luxuries. We definitely want to settle a city right there. Now I do want to find our neighboring civs, because until we know where they are, we can't sort of forward settle them. And one of the most important parts. Okay, alright, there we go. So the Danish are up here. Copenhagen. See, they also have luxury. They have spices. That's their luxury, and they'll probably expand over to there. Okay. There's a barb camp right there, but that's no big threat because we don't have any improved tiles. No, we already have stuff queued up. Okay. So what we could do, since we know that they're there, and we haven't founded our other city yet, so far I'm thinking definitely want to put a city right here. And that city state's not going to expand. It can't expand as a city state. Let's have this guy move down. Keep on going down. So where would the Danes have sent their scouts? Maybe over to here, maybe over to here, maybe even just down towards us. We just got lucky with that ruin. We will see. That encampment is on plains, thankfully, so it's not on a hill. It'll be easier to take out, but I think we'll take it out once we get archers. So we'll go ahead and Well, actually, we'll go for these two. Oh wait, no. We definitely want to go for this. Because once we go for building the Great Library, we want to get done with it as soon as possible. So we're going to go ahead and chop down forests. Because there's like there's a couple of forests all around me. So I just got to make sure that my Pantheon doesn't actually include those. And that's grassland. Which, look at that grassland. That's 2 food tiles. So once we chop that away, I think it'll just turn into plains stuff. I don't know, we'll see. But point being, we want to go for writing to get the Great Library, and then we'll go for mining to chop down a forest. Yeah, so we have this guy exploring down here, gonna settle a city there. So what I was thinking was, so far, if this was another player, what we've got just here is, we know where they are, they don't know where we are. Because you'll notice, they aren't showing up here, which means that they haven't officially met us. But we revealed the map here through a ruin, so we know that they're in this area. We can see their capital. What this means, of course, is since we haven't met officially, we can't go into like the diplomacy overview and see like, oh, this is what sort of culture they took. They didn't take liberty, or if we see them taking liberty, we know that they're going for a rapid expansion. If we see them taking tradition, we know that not particularly. But I'm thinking we might want to forward settle them. See, the borders of that city-state will probably reach around there, so we probably want to forward settle them right around here. Maybe. Now, the city here, we have to discover the land that's here a little bit more, so we'll move to there next turn. But I don't think it will be great. It does have a bunch of jungle, though, so if we could build a university in it, that's a really good amount of growth. So Copenhagen, if they can settle a city there, right here, that's going to be a massive boost for them science. Ooh. Okay, no, this is actually pretty good. So this right here, this marble is a luxury resource. There's a little bit of ivory there, which we could reach as well. And there's those spices, so we probably definitely want to settle here. Plus there's reverse a defensive bonus if they attack this way. Okay, yeah, we want to rush a settler out to here, right around. Now, keep in mind there is that barb camp. Okay, that's good news. We're gonna have this guy loop back around. There's that barb camp right there, which we do need to take care of. So I'm thinking, now if this was a player, they wouldn't expand nearly as fast as the AI does. But it's good that we get trained on how to react quickly, sort of thing. Worker in 8, warrior in 5. I'm thinking I'm gonna build another. I'm gonna prioritize the granary over the warrior. Well, actually, in 2 turns we'll be going for the. We'll see how much we need on the Great Library. Now, my favorite Pantheon to pick, because I'm a little bit of Wonder Whore, so it's literally my nickname in the group I play with. They call me the Wonder Whore. There we go, Riga. Now since we weren't quick enough to meet Riga, it appears the Danes met them first because we got 15 and not 30. Which is a little bit of a shame. That's okay, so we know that their scouts might be there. Or they may have continued on up. Oh, there's a second city-state right here. We can just about see the border through this fog, which is good. Very, very good. So I'm called Wonder Whore because what I usually do is I just like to build wonders. I like carry over my single player habits into my multiplayer games. Here we go. Turn 11 we have writing, which, incredible. Now if we move to there, no, okay. I thought that maybe this might be empty, but no. So I just put them in a position of danger. That's not great, but we can move to there. Because scouts ignore terrain cost. Ouch. Run, bitch. Here you go. So run 1 forward, and you see, first empire to meet, 30. And they have whales. Okay, and we know that there's nothing else down here. So we just want to loop him around to here, see whether or not there's a land bridge or something. If there is, we want to block it off. And here we go. Perfect. So we can get our Pantheon and a policy. We're gonna go. Yeah, we're gonna go with tradition. Because it's what I know what to play with. It's pretty safe. Is that another city-state? yeah, it looks like this is another city-state, which is good. We have some militaristic, so that's not too great. Riga is maritime, which is okay. That's maritime, right? Yeah, it's maritime. Depending on what this one is, if it's commercial, that's the best, because then traders said to them, generate extra gold and really useful. Okay, there's another city-state up here. Interesting. Okay, for a Pantheon, what do we want? Sorry, I just finished my apple and mango juice. I'm still a kid. Okay, so this city doesn't actually have great growth, so I'm thinking we might go for 10% faster growth rate. Otherwise, the one that I usually pick is this one, Monument to the Gods. Plus 15% production of ancient and classical wonders. Because if we look at this, and if we look at the Great Library, 21 turns. So, thankfully, thanks to the wonders of modern technology, I have my phone, and I have a calculator app on my phone. So 0.15 times 21. Wait, no, that's not how it works. The plus 15% production to wonders. I mean, my production being 6, so I have to do 6 times 0.15. 0.9, so 6.9 would be my production. The library requires 123, so divided by 123. That is so wrong. 123 divided by 6.9. 17. Okay, so it would take me around 18 turns. 17, because it makes 17.8. So I can't do that in a multiplayer game because I don't have the time, of course. Or I do, but I just get yelled at in the chat. Or a voice call, because we always do a Discord when we're playing. It'll be very amusing. So it would take me 17 turns. Now, in those 17 turns, it is turn 13, right? So I mean, on turn 30, exactly, I would get the Great Library. And that's a free tech. But I don't really care all that much about that. I'm more interested in sort of generating myself. We could, okay, so at this point, since we're the first Pantheon, we could go for a Faith Pantheon, right? Just to screw over everyone else. They're like, yep, we're gonna play the Faith game. But that's boring. I don't like the Faith game. I played it intensely one time during multiplayer, and it got annoying. It was fun to play, but I'm through with it. That's not what I want to do in Civ. Also in Culture from Jungle Tiles, if we were the Danes, I would definitely go for that. And then found a city there and there. Right there, and right like there. We're going to found a city there, the Plains Hill River, that's a good combo, plus it cuts him off from going down towards us. And we might find another city there if we're fast enough. So plus 15% faster border growth is also a good one, but there's no good tiles near our border. And once we cut off the Danes, we don't care, really. So it's not going to matter quite so much. Natural wonders, we don't have any natural wonders. Plantations, we would literally get one plantation here. That'll be it. Now, anything that comes from camps might be pretty good, actually. So if this camp right here, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 camps right there. So I think there's a thing for that. A Pantheon. This one's also pretty good. Yes, if you're having an early war, you definitely want to get this. So for example, if the Danes were played by a really aggressive player, and I knew, oh, he's coming for me, then I would definitely go for this. This one is like, if nothing else good is available, I guess. So like, it assures that you get a little bit of faith generation, a little bit of culture, a little bit of everything, but it's only ever a +1. It doesn't ever go higher than that, and that's just boring. So with Pantheons, you kind of want to go, well, I'm going to try and go for something that I think is going to last me as long as possible in the current game. So, like, the plus 50% production toward production of ancient and new eras is kind of pointless. And either way, with my culture growth in less than 5 turns, I would be able to get this, which is the exact same thing, and this one lasts for all of the eras. compared to the Pantheon lasting only for what's it called, the classical and ancient classical eras. So I'm gonna go with fertility rights, I think, because this is not a great growth rate. This city, Berlin, does not have access to great growth. But if I can get massive growth right here, I can send food over to here as well, and I can just up my growth everywhere, and that'll keep my science up. Plus, I can work all of my tiles, which will also be good, and it'll just generally benefit me in the long run, I think. Until someone just replaces my my Pantheon, because I don't think I'm going to go for a religion. Someone replaces my Pantheon with a religion, that's fine, because this will have lasted me through, I don't know, I guess like 3 hours or something, compared to the ancient and classical ones last only for 2, and even then you can't get all of the wonders. So we're going to go with fertility rights. Alright, so there we go. And we went from 18 to 8, I think. I can't remember what number was here, but that was a pretty big change, I think. I think we went from two digits to 1 digit. There's Ragusa. They're also maritime. Okay, and we now have a pretty good grasp of what there is here, so we definitely want to forward settle him right around there. Just cut off his access to our lands down south, buffer city between Berlin, Copenhagen, and then maybe settle there. And he's going to try and do the same thing the second he discovers us. He's going to be like, okay, got a beeline of settlement right there. Okay, there's another one there, and it's got gems. That's a good shout, good shout. That could be pretty good. So we got a growth city right here. We got right here buffer city. Now, buffer city doesn't mean shitty city, in my opinion. I'm going to try and make it... Yes! Nice! They're maritime. Or no, they're... what's the name? Mercantile. Mercantile. Now, mercantile is really good. We can send them land trade routes. And so they're on the coast, we can send them... And I don't think that there's ice here blocking it because there's whales. We can send them a naval trade route from this city here. This is going to be good. And we're going to have this guy heal up right here. We don't want to discover them just yet, because once we do, they're going to come off towards us. Now you see they're at pop 3, we're at pop 2, so we're 6 turns behind on the growth. With the pointiest sticks. Doesn't really matter right now. Might click to adopt a policy. So we could go for this one. But I want to get the free culture building pretty fast. We've built our monument already, yes? Yes? No? Yeah, we have. Okay. Well, either way, there's some pretty good benefits. Okay, good. So let's cut them off. And yeah, another city here might be interesting, but not really required. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we won't be able to reach that or that or that. There you go. So that's mining done. So we definitely don't want to get bad relations with them. We might want to stick around. We're gonna go archery. Archery 5 turns, thus establishing our first trade route on this one also. Okay, we're gonna go for animal husbandry to get our trade route, so we can get a trade route going to Tyre right off the bat. That should be pretty good. In terms of defense of the cities, we're at 11 defense. Just running around trying to see whether or not they spawned a worker. We're gonna head up to Riga. Now, Riga and Ragusa have already been discovered by the Danes, so they are probably gonna try and vie with us for favor with these two. That barb camp is going to get annoying pretty fast, so we're gonna send this guy up top. And 4 turns we'll have another guy. Okay, good. See, we already expanded over to here. Oh, that's perfect. That's what I wanted. We already had our border grow to this tile right here. So we're gonna micro. Yeah, very good. Okay, so we're actually at +1 gold per turn right now because why are we at +1? 3 spent on building maintenance. Granary Monument and Shrine. Okay. Yeah, that'll be that. Okay, so that's why we're gonna want this one next. Because with this one, the monument will be free. The monument currently costs 1. That allows to sustain this and maybe break even. I wish I mean 0 profit, so yeah, +0 gold per turn. Although we're only ever at 1 unit maintenance right now. Let's keep this guy going up. Next, we're gonna go for. So we could go for a second trade route and just send one off to Riga. But we have to think smarter here. This we probably really want. Trapping and calendar. So calendar we can get in 7 turns, same for here. Now we can see that there aren't any horses near our actual caps 1, 2, and 3, so we could get 2 horses there and 2 horses there. We're gonna go for ironworking because we are next to the Danes, and it does always pay to have a strong military. Civ Advisor knows what he's talking about. Take my word for it. So once we get iron, we'll be able to discover a couple of like little. We'll be able to see what there is around us. And little leader, hello. So he hasn't discovered writing yet because he can't establish an embassy with us. But see, he already has a great general. Which is like, okay. And now actually, since we discovered him, and you can do this with players as well, you can see, if you go to, I think it's global politics. Yep, he's put 2 points to the honor track. So he went with honor, which explains why he's generating that already. Okay, so right here, what did I say we were gonna do? Don't remember. Okay, just give me a second. First up, we're gonna have this one move forwards. Oh. Okay, half-naked man striding towards us. Okie dokie. Right. Now, since it becomes free, what we can do is we can actually sell the monument and then go ahead and take legalism. We're gonna get it back for free. We're now at +2, so we're doing even better than I expected. Now, the Polynesian Maori warrior, I think they start off with embarkation. So they can already embark right from the beginning. So we know that they came from around there, from somewhere, from somewhere. So we're going to grow in 2 turns, so there's no point doing a settler now. I could go for this. I'm gonna try and avoid the Great Library because I'm going to pretend like it's been taken by someone. So we're going to put the points. We're going to put the production into a caravan right here, and we're going to add a settler to our queue. Although at this point we definitely want to go for a worker instead. I just had a thought. Okay, so they've been damaged, but nothing's happened. So we're going to have them be alert. And have these guys cross on over. Our scout. What is this? Yeah, definitely want to have to do that. And cross. Okay, so we can see their scout is right there. So he's not going to help out against the Spark camp apparently, and they just spawned more. Oh my goodness. Forwards and forwards. Alright, nice little spot right there to settle. Okay. And apparently there's a camp around here. Because this one just popped up out of nowhere. Alright, where can this one move to? Move to there. Let's have him start attacking. Right here, it'll take us 6 turns. Again, I don't want to stunt our growth, so we're gonna. Actually, do we have archery yet? We do not. Alright, let's do that next. Because archers are important. I'm not taking the Great Library my cripplance in the long game, in the long run. But I want to pretend like it's already been taken. You know, like I don't want... Great Library is something I always build on single player, and I don't want to do that this time. I think I will improve if I try and... I'll improve more if I just don't. And heal this one up. Oh, perfect. So it joined us. And that's Germany's unique ability right there. Super helpful. Very nice. Extremely beneficial. We just got a free warrior. He's not free upkeep though. Does barbarian. There we go. So we can see if there's iron in our lands. We're not actually going to fire on any. This one It's mostly flat. We're gonna have him heal. This one has a little bit of experience, so we're gonna have him just do that. Have this one cross over. We're not gonna fire on anyone. Unit needs orders. Yes, you do. Alright, there's Polynesia, and you can see he's already got a Polynesian settler ready to go out and forward settle this guy, because there's 6 iron right there. This right here would definitely be a forward settle. When you're this close, you absolutely want to go Liberty and push out a settler, I think. Now, we're pretty far away, so I think we can afford to take our time with getting a settler out. Pantheon founded. Stone circles plus 2 faith and quarries. Okay, well that's fine. That's not what we wanted. Let's just keep on having him run around your Honolulu. Now this guy's got quite a bit of experience, so we're gonna have him do that. Have this guy run forwards. Boom, boom. So we're gonna get our worker next turn. Then we'll go 1 turn to the library, because we'll be going in 2 turns. And then straight up. There you go. That's pretty good. Now these guys don't have 2 movement points, so just do that, just do that. Well, can you still fire on something? No, you can't. That's what I thought. Who's there? Build me a farm. Ooh, so if this was Civ 6, I would definitely take this. Because in Civ 6, when you take a settler, it stays a settler, it doesn't turn into a worker, which is amazing, and I love it. It's really, really good. It can be really, really annoying, but they balance that by making it so that, unlike in Civ 5, your city can't fire on enemies right in the beginning. So if I were to take this and found a city like right there, I couldn't fire on anything. I'd have to build walls in it first. And anyway, that barb is going to take that, so big old case of not my job. He's going to heal up on that one. Where we have these units healing up, we're about to grow. Alright, so as soon as we grow, we're going to go ahead and pump all of our production to the settler. In terms of iron availability, there appears to be next to none. Alright, so they just settled and they're attacking. Straight up, I think that's like a panic reflex. Like, oh boy. How do I turn this around from possibly the worst situation ever? What are we going to go for next? We could go for the watermill, but that has a maintenance of 2 and we don't have any gold production just now. Oh, we do have those 4 horses. I didn't see those before. That's good. I don't see any iron around our plant city. Oh, well, but it does have crabs. Our plant city or this city, though. We're gonna move these guys into here so they don't cost us anything. We're gonna move these guys up to around here. Right, and before I forget, I want you to make me the settler, and I want to switch this to production focus. 7 turns. What if I unlock all the tiles? 6 turns. Okay, so I will trust them on that, because the city is not going to grow anyways during that time. So happiness is beginning to be an issue right there, as you can see. So we're going to go with circus, then we can improve this luxury. We can build a plantation there. That's a mine. We've already got mining unlocked, so when we found that city, that should be okay. So you can see, if we had built the Great Library by now, we would have been maybe at like 8. But we're at 7. We're literally at the world standard. We are an average man among average men. Oh, what a great saying. Oh, that's annoying. Should be okay though. Okay, so I want this guy to heal, and I want this guy to construct this farm. He'll be done in 2 turns. Once we have trapping, we can have him move into there. But that'll take a little bit of a while. Tyre is the mercantile one, isn't it? Yeah, oh shoot, and they discovered a barb camp right there. Oh, that ain't cool. Yes, this guy's fully healed, we can have him move out. Now, we're at 195 gold. And we are losing gold, but we have 195 stored, so I'm not too worried about that. We can fix that before anything bad happens. Luxury resource there, and there. We don't have calendar yet, so we definitely want to move and queue that in so that we can get it afterwards. Okay. Okay. That's good. That improved our happiness a little bit. So the Grand Mesa is right there. So Samoa was probably going to be founded a little bit further, maybe like right there. That's a pretty good city spot. Just purely for production, not for food at all. Terrible. Terrible, terrible food spot. Okay, I'm going to move these guys up to here so we have a good, clear view of all the stuff that they're doing. And if they try and rush over a settler, so that we can stop it. Oh, there's a worker, so we could nab that. We're not going to. I'm going to build a farm here instead. Because we can't speed this up much, except if we were to cut down the forest. And there's nothing that I really want to build that would require me to cut that down quite so much. Okay, so what can we get? % growth in food, +1 gold and -1 happiness for every 2 citizens. So that would be +2 gold and +2 happiness. I could go for growth. I'm gonna go for this because we already have a growth pantheon, so we already have a little bit of a bonus on growth. But we don't have a bonus on happiness just yet, at least. I'm gonna have these 2 guys heal up, and this guy we're gonna have him move around here because I want to find out where those barbs came from. Now, the good news is if anything comes to attack this worker, we'll be able to see it, because this will stop it. This will take a turn to move on to, so we'll be able to spot it just before. They can't cross the river. That's 2 tiles right there. We have sight over there, 2 tiles right there, sight over there. So once we're done with that, we will move over to there. There's another city-state. So far we have Copenhagen, and we have Kamehameha up top. So I'm looking around, and the only source of iron that I can... Okay, there's Hanoi. Hello, Hanoi. You Hanoi me. Kidding. Love you. Don't attack me. Move to there. So the barbs didn't seem to come from this side, so I don't know where they came from. Okay, but our settler is now done. We're going to actually rush him over to there. We're going to forward settle these guys. That'd be pretty good. We won't get access to this 6 iron. So if we look around at our empire, iron is going to be super, super important. And there doesn't seem to be much around us, which I do not like. Not a big fan of at all. In fact, pretty little fan. Good, we'll be able to improve that. Now you notice we're at 5 happiness, we're at 10. Right there, we're at 3, because we're on production focus on this city. So we need to switch out of that and micromanage to promote growth. So we want to lock this one in default. How much to production right now? This one we definitely want to also lock in. 1 and 2 versus that. That's like a... but this one's 2 food, this one's 2 production. I definitely want to lock those 2 in. And I probably want to lock this one in as well as soon as I possibly can. It's going to be in enough turns that it won't really matter. Okay, shift on down. This guy just, cursory sweep. So we could steal a worker from Tyre, but since we're going to be their friend, we don't want to do that. Riga and Polynesia are now allies. Huh, okay. Okay, I see how it is. Okay, so now that we've got our settler in place, he'll settle next turn. We need to move one of our warriors into there. And are we sure that we want to settle here? This is pretty bare bones. Are we settling here? Right, immediate luxury. 2 growth tiles, river. 1, 2, 3. So we're just out of reach of the 6 iron, which I don't like. I'm considering moving over to here instead, so 1, 2, and 3, so we can reach the 6 iron. 1, 2, and 3, and get that. And 1, 2, and 3, and still get that. Yeah, I'm gonna have him cross over. Let's have this guy shift back one. Okay, so that frees up this dude. We're gonna have him move up onto there, so we haven't discovered that just yet. Okay, alright. Hi, don't call me an idiot. You haven't discovered writing either. It's turn 40, man. Your civ gets a massive bonus for discovering writing. I don't know what you're doing. whatever. So we probably want to Pledge to Protect Tyre. We don't really care about the rest of them. There we go. So 1 turn, and that's been done, and so now we're losing money. Let's just go ahead and start fighting the wars. Looking at our building and stuff, so Stonehenge, yeah, they recommend building that, whatever, we're not going to do that. This, I have a friend of ours in our gaming group who also likes to really build this, so we're going to leave that alone. I'm going to try and go for a Wonderless game, I think, because it's just too annoying. Caravan. I don't think we need another worker, although another worker would be probably beneficial. Mission for Quarry, that requires Liberty, we didn't go Liberty. Walls, we're going to go for walls. I definitely want to build walls right here. I do not want to give the Danes any possibility of easily taking my city. And that includes for that. So looking at the way things are right here, we can block off the bottom part of this continent pretty well. We got our forward settler out relatively quickly. This is rough ground. Just attack it. We've met Hanoi. Let's move over this way. This is on marsh. What are we looking at? Yeah, you can heal up. Yeah, let's go ahead and found our city. Okay, so see, good growth right off the bat. Yep, you damn right. What we could do, we could buy this tile, so that we have a second 3 food to expand to, but it's gonna expand to that in 5 turns, so no biggie. Here it does have bananas, but it's not currently being worked, so there's not much point. The library, though, I definitely want to go ahead and build as soon as possible. And this guy we're actually going to just keep in here, so that way he doesn't actually cost us maintenance. We're going to go and improve these 2 and 3. So we could really use that 3 growth tile right there, actually. Okay, we know that there's a barb camp there. We're in a camp, move to there, and plantation. Let's just click on these guys and Pledge to Protect. Yep, so they want us to connect horses to my trade network. Oh, honey, I can do that. Just give me a second. Alright, this is where the Babylonians are. We're going to go ahead and discover them. And that ought to be pretty good. So see, Hamburg is in a good spot. We forward settled Copenhagen. We'll be able to keep bottom part of the continent to ourselves. Whoa, Babylon! Wow, what an army! Whoa, I'm impressed, man. Look, I get the feeling we weren't supposed to see that. If that was a player, they'd probably declare war on us and just immediately attack us, because I think this is the kind of army a player would have to take on a city-state. Now I don't know what city-state. Ooh, they're expanding quickly. Nukuhiva, third settle already. Did they go, out of curiosity, what did they go with? Yeah, Liberty and Liberty. So these two are going for expansions, and he always goes honor. It's his thing. He's aggressive. He's a warlike civ. But I only know how to play tradition because I'm a basic bitch. We're almost done with 50 turns, so I think we'll stop recording then. But this has been interesting. I've learned a lot. We're gonna go for water wheel. Do we want to go for water wheel? No, we're gonna go for this and get ourselves a second. Good. We're building that. Can I add to queue circus or walls? Circus or walls or an archer? Another worker. That might be good. And circus and walls. We definitely want to go for those. Plantation. That's not how you say plantation in Italian. I don't know how to speak Italian. And I speak Spanish and French, not Italian. Okay, so he might still settle a city here and just cook us. Would be annoying. So we're gonna move this guy back over. Alright, our first caravan is up. So as you can see, we can already send Hamburg food. We can send it extra food to get its growth rate up so it can work stuff faster. That might be a good choice. We're gonna do that. So we do that. That hasn't changed our growth rate here. I think it has changed our growth rate right there. 2 turns from 4. Which is not to say this was growing slowly, but now it's growing faster, sort of thing. And from there, we definitely want to expand over to 6 iron. Oh, and also, oh, nice, another growth tile right there. How many tiles is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. It's at a perfect distance from our cap. Well, perfect. Perfect would be 6. That's like the total limit. Here, we're going to complete the city-state quest and start the pasture on that. Are we working that tile? We are not. Do we want to work that tile? We probably do, actually. Although 1 turn till a new citizen is born, so... People like shiny things the most. That's fine. Doesn't matter to me. It might in a multiplayer game. Maybe. Not even, really. Embark and cross water tiles. Great Lighthouse and Lighthouse. Now, we don't have any naval cities, so there's not much point to us getting that. Okay, that I do not like. With a run. The wheel right here might actually be a lot better. So once we can construct roads, once this reaches pop 6, we'll construct a road. See, we're already slowed down on growth right there by a ton. Could get philosophy in a while, in 10 turns, but it's going to take us 22 turns to build all that. That's why I started that as soon as possible. We're going to go with the wheel. Once we get the watermill, we can just do a bunch. See, they're already expanding. It needs orders. Which one? This one? Alright, I'm actually going to send him over to here. Warning +6. Why are we running +6? Huh. Oh, we must be working some sort of a tile. Yeah, that's right. Expand to there. Fortunate border growth. Perfect. We want this one to be growth-centric. Production doesn't really have to worry about. We have Berlin to produce stuff. Just has to worry about getting the important ones. And the Unfounded. Polynesia. Right. That makes sense, because they have this city that's really close to the Danes, and they're... I think a player might make a similar choice in Pantheon. Up and over, just discover. Babylon is so powerful. That's not a fight I want to fight. We're going to retreat 1, and we're going to hold our ground here. We're about to get our second worker, and we'll send him up to Hamburg to improve all the tiles around it, especially that marble right there. Though we don't really have to, but I do want the bonus production. So what tiles is it working? Okay. That's fine. Have this one come on down. How are we doing? Okay, those spearmen haven't come up this way just yet. Which is good, which is good. Yep, so Kamehameha. Whoa, okay. Check out the rate at which he expands. 1, 1. Okay. I don't think a player would make that choice to expand that quickly. That's pretty intense. We're gonna go for mathematics. It's always good to have mathematics. Also, do we want construction? Yep. These. I actually really do, yeah. So like I was saying, send this guy down. Send homeboy over. Give me that pasture. Are we working it now? Yeah, we're working this 3 food tile. This one's a 2 food tile, so we'll do that. Yeah, so those who got built, whatever, someone enters the classical era, we don't care. We're doing pretty good. Let's turn 51. Okay, I need to stop. We're at 15 science, which is not great. 15 science is not great. I'm gonna go ahead and get this. 15 science is definitely not great. We're gonna go ahead and improve this because we already have our, whatchamacallit, our homie. I want to lock in that 3 food tile. That 2 food tile with production is also really good. What was I saying? Oh yeah, right. Alright. So far micromanaging Berlin has been an absolute joy. It's just had a bunch of growth tiles. I like that. No, shoot, that's not what I want to do. Good. Thank God that you needed orders. Let's move you forwards, move you forwards. You be alert. What you doing? Alright, that's cool. Alright, that's cool. We're gonna set that guy to start building that. What do we want him to build a quarry? We're doing good on happiness, so there's no need. We are losing a little bit of gold, but I can live with that. Let's go go ahead and have him improve that, actually. Go forward. Oh, another Mobanza Congo. That is not how you pronounce it. It is probably slightly racist. Okay, we're about to get that. Now, that doesn't cost upkeep, and we're about to boost our science by a little bit, which is also good. About to reach 5 right there. Marcus now begin on walls. Excellent. And also, another caravan. Because if we can get caravans, we definitely want to do that. And a watermill. As for here, walls. And the watermill. And a granary. Wheat, bananas, and deer. It only has 1 bananas. 1 bananas. But that might be worth it. We're gonna build the watermill before we build that, though, because that's gonna boost our production. Boop, boop. In these orders. Yeah, we're just advancing onwards through the carnage. Pasture. Next. Nice. Size 5, so now we can build our road to there if we wanted to. We're gonna follow the trade route. But first, we're gonna get these pastures done and out of the way. Okay, that's that. So what is this working? Working. This one. It's good. This one's being worked, which I guess I can kind of get behind. Doesn't have any other food tiles to do. Okay, I'll have it run onto there because we're working now. We're gonna lock that in as production. We do want that. Okay, here we go. This one and this one. Research. What do we want next? We could go for mathematics. Get the catapult. We could get our national college out in our capital. Eventually. Oracle. We're not going to go for. We said we weren't going for any of that. Now we don't actually have the iron just yet, so there's no point in going for ironworking. Optics, again, no point. Horseback riding, caravansary, Trix Maximus, stable, and horsemen, sheep and cattle. Okay, you know, for this, look at the stable. Each rows of horses, sheep, and cattle worked. So we're currently working 1, 2, and 3 sources of horse, sheep, and cattle. So that's a stable right there. Highly beneficial. The Berlin. We're gonna definitely want a stable there. And we've done some pretty good damage to this guy, so I like that. That is good. And you can now get promoted. Good, we can, oh, that looks like China. Or no, it looks like Babylon 2.0. So our lands are actually mostly flat. We can go ahead and do that. No, this guy wouldn't have heal up, my bad. This guy's like our vanguard. Okay, so homie over here, we wanted to have him move to there and build us a mine on top of that. This guy, micromanage. Got that locked in, got that locked in. Alright, that's good. Lock that one in because it doesn't give you the boost that that one does. It's on default focus, so it's gone for that for production. I can get behind that. 8 more turns. How much longer do we have on our... They want furs. I don't have furs. I don't know what furs are. Alright, discover their city. Ooh, they look like they're fun people. They know how to party. Must accept an embassy. Okay, he is actually caught in a trade, so as soon as we can get that... Oh yeah, we want to get our 3rd city out. So we want to get to... 18.5 science. That's not great. Start off the attack. It's really not good. Mine. And finish up the pasture. Alright, good move. And then having him closer to there, that'll take 2 turns, right? Yeah. Whereas building the quarry there, it's just there to check it and then one more. It's just one extra lost turn, I guess. Cleaner for a horse, blah blah blah. Alright, good. So they started work. Ooh, 7. Much better. Much better. Alright, and then just for convenience's sake, let's tech towards currency. And we'll tech towards philosophy. Well, actually, no, now we have the library, so that is good. Okay, so I'm actually gonna have them cross over there and build a Zafari to boost that. This right here. Yerevan. Hi. How is you? Oh fuck. Fortified. Unless I want to have them move on to there. No, because then they could get bombarded. Versus moving to there, they can't get bombarded afterwards by that hand axe in the same turn. Fortify until healed, yeah. So that's not gonna be good. There we go, move on down. Loop back around. Give me the quarry. Next turn. So how are we doing? We're at 21. 21. I go for this and this. Good, that's the mine done. We can start building our road. Forwards and forwards. That's a third city by Babylon. So it's 7 and 2, and then God knows how much. We're at 8 and 5, almost 6, which is good. So we can reassign that trade route once that's been done. Oh, Japan! Hey, what up? Show me where you are. You show me, I'll show you. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna build that road. So now it's actually worth it. Alright, so let's look at where we can send them. Almaty or directly to Riga. Now, I actually lived in Riga in real life. Well, Yormala, which is like really near to where it is. That's what I expected. I called it. I called it a couple of turns ago. Yep, there we go. See, we have really good production for some reason, which is weird because I focused on growth. But whatever. Next turn. So how are we doing? 3 turns, 1 turn. Oh, Elizabeth.
We are pleased to meet you.
Hi, I live in your country. Please be nice to me. Okay, so she's actually really close. Which is good, because I don't want to fight a naval war with her. Whoa, 6, 7, and 2. That's a total of hard maps. 8 plus 8, 16, minus 1, 15. Maps. So they're 1 pop ahead of us. And since we know that they're there, we definitely want to do that. Before anyone else can do anything like that. Down 1, road. We're gonna road up following the trade route. Hamburg has marble. Oh, good. Yeah, it increases philosophy and continue with the road. Okay, so Berlin, what do we want you to do? National College, we said. I'm going to research mathematics, just because it's always good to have. Okay, so this one's been done. Let's just stop and see, where does this guy go? Okay, I'm gonna have him move to there because I want to see if building the plantation there is worth it or not, or if that's a mistake. Whoop. Return the unit. Gain extra. Nice. Now they're our allies. Give a gift. So what I could do, since I just gained that, I'm gonna actually give a gift. Gift the unit. Which one has lower health? This is a cheap ass way to gain influence. 61 versus 64. Okay. Yeah, you want to give him this one because look at this one's experience. Level 2 experience is high. Oh, this one actually level 3. Okay, so this one actually has more experience than this one. And this one's just brand new. Okay, would I can gift it to them like next turn or whatever. I'm gonna move to there so I can block Elizabeth from getting that and move to there next turn. That's good. Okay, so I definitely want to give them one of these units because I don't. Oh, they still got it. Damn it. That's annoying right there. That's really annoying. Golden Age. Yay, they aren't as significant as they are in Civ 6, but still pretty good. Or with the Rise and Fall DLC, which I haven't played with yet. Only ever played normal Civ 6. Okay, so if we were to build a plantation here, the jungle in this town will be removed. So we'll lose the jungle, which means that a university here won't be able to produce as much, but we'll still get all of this jungle here, so I don't think that's too much of an issue. And I do want to get that as a 4 food tile compared to a 3 food tile. And I'm going to remove the jungle, which can... will that give you... Oh, no, I don't think it does. I remember a friend of mine saying, removing jungle, he was complaining about how annoying it was, but removing jungle doesn't actually get rid of... so it doesn't actually give you production. That was his thing. That was why he was angry about it. He was like, yep, I spawned in a really bad place, and removing jungle couldn't even give me any production. So London is size 8. Same as Berlin. That's pretty huge. It's pretty thick. Alright, we found Tokyo. What do I want you to do? This one, heal up. You heal up. You, medic. I love the medic promotion. I love being able to have one unit just heals others. Ooh, yeah, currency, for sure. Now, I don't have any desert, so Petra is pointless to me. But I do care about the banks, and specifically being able to access them pretty fast. Then, wait, no. I want to definitely go for this, but then I want to afterwards go for engineering and go for ironwork just to keep up. Because we'll be expanding to that eventually. Don't know when, but it's in progress, people. We're working on it. Okay? Monaco. Hi. You want to accept an embassy? Deal. Can do. See, Copenhagen is actually in a really bad place right now, the Danes. Because we forward settled them, so we blocked them off from expanding down here. And then they have fucking expansion lord up top here, which is going to be impossible for them. You cannot expand up top because of what there is already. You're going to have to do massive war. So they can only expand sideways, or to there, or to there. If I was them, I'd probably go for this one because of the extra growth. Like, both these spices, actually Hamburg might reach those spices pretty fast, so sorry about that. Oh man. No. That's tempting, but no. Okay, so right here, the caravanserai might be interesting. Because that way we can just do a trade route to Copenhagen and then do another one to Nukuhiva. But we're Germany. Once we get the Hanses, we're just gonna do it to Ragusa and Riga. So we don't need one. Stable is what? Horse, sheep, and cattle. There is a source of cattle right there. But it's not that worth it, I think. A shrine. Now we could go for producing even more faith. I think we probably have like too much lost time though to be able to make that worth it, so to speak. Well, let me just tell these guys to finish what they're doing. Oh wait, what? Removing the jungle took away... Okay, that's bad. Well, it can be bad. So removing the jungle took away one of the growth. So jungle is worth 1 food, apparently. Or no, jungle is worth 2 food, right? So this was a 3 food tile. Protecting the plantation, or taking away the jungle, made it into a 2 food, 1 production. And now constructing this plantation is gonna add 1 food back. So technically we kind of made it better, but we don't get the science yield. So I don't know. Don't know if that's a good thing or not. So in Hamburg, there are no units that I specifically want to build. 5 turns, we could... No, let's not. Let's not build a settler just yet. There's no real call for it. Barracks, I don't see a call for. Caravanserai, neither. Since we're not going for any of the wonders, and since we can... So I'm tempted to put pressure to this, just because. So our happiness is actually really high. So we have a good mix of luxury resources, right? The granary is what we're gonna go for. So that'll hopefully help out. And we're just gonna automate this scout now. You'll notice our gold gain is +9, which is because of these 3 warrior units. Which are good, like, don't get me wrong. Okay, one thing, we're gonna want optics. Now, edit this like this so we can get these guys back faster. Excuse me. Belin, the stable, we said, because that's gonna give a huge boost. You build me that. You, the border's closed. Yeah, there's a player who in our group who does this. He'll just like trap a city. He'll call it his pet. Trap a unit. I don't think we can do open borders just yet. So that unit is pretty much screwed until we get. We're gonna just have it do nothing for now, because in 3 turns we'll get sailing. And we can have it move. Polynesia has denounced Babylon. Well, yeah, that's like removing the 2. That makes sense. Currency. Space. Okay, as I said, we're following the trade route, so we're gonna have this guy do that. Now, the problem with doing that is that we don't have any more guys down here, but we've already locked in the majority of our growth tiles. We could switch from that to that, I guess. We are set on production focus, which is not the best. What's our science at by now? 38.25. Okay. I think it's about time we found our 3rd city. Got given this guy by okay, so he's going to war against London right off the bat. Osaka's right there. He has these 3 cities. No, there is no call for me to attack them just yet. Alright, here we go. Finish up tradition and gain the free aqueducts. Market. For sure. Oh, look at that. See that? Now that's what I was kind of afraid of. That they would do that. They would just move to there. So I expect them to settle a city around there somewhere. So we're gonna screw them over and buy that luxury, because I that's like the one thing I don't want them to have. I just straight up do not want them to have that luxury. So nope. It's a no from me. And this guy, we're actually gonna have him explore over here. This is the medic one. Oh. No, I don't want to go to war just yet. I want to focus on building up my things. My golden age is over, and you'll notice we're now at +4 only. Okay, good news is we do have optics. What? Shouldn't we be able to? Oh, whatever. Confused. Anyways, come on. In these orders. Yeah, so you're still screwed. Thought I could save you, but no. But he has this upgrade, survivalism, and he is a scout, so they are actually worth running around. Are they? Fine. Fine. Leave if you want. If you want to be that way, just leave. I don't want to lock in that luxury resource. And this. So this right here is marsh, so we're gonna have to clear the marsh before we can actually improve it, which is not great. I'm gonna move him over to there. Oh no, wait, could they be going for here? Oh man, I hope not. 4, 5, but they'll get 2 science and we won't. If we go to tire, we get +6, which is exactly what I wanted. And I definitely want to... Okay, that's English. Oh my god, I had a mini heart attack. Okay, once we're done, we definitely want to expand to here as soon as possible. Okay, the Danes have founded Galban. Now why there? I don't know. Doesn't matter. They've screwed us over a little bit with how far we can expand. What we can do is... Oh, homie, you want to go to war? Just control yourself. Okay, so 3 turns, and then to make a settler is 3 turns as well. So we'll do this, and then we'll build a market. And a caravanserai, because why not? Okay, well at least we know that they're not there anymore, which is good. This one forward, camp. You, how are you doing? Are we working that tile? We are not. We are working this one though. So, we're gonna go ahead and improve that. If we want to be assholes, we could buy out these 2 tiles. In fact, I think we're gonna do that. Because if this was a multiplayer game, I would be an asshole. It's a habit I've gotten into, buying tiles. So usually I just store up money and I don't use it because I only care about my gold per turn. So I end up with a ton of stored money and then I can use it to buy weapons or buy units at the end of the game. But here there's no real incentive. So like, whatever. Okay, who's this? Someone we don't know, and then he completed Temple Artemis. Yeah, so, ooh, Babylon is Wonder Whoring. Babylon is a beast of a civ. They're way too powerful. It's not even funny. Okay, so this place is still free. We're gonna send this guy down south to make sure that there's no barb gaps. So this guy, we actually want him to return over. What did he... Where's he going? I don't know, but I don't like the look of that English settler, actually. So if that English settler tries to land here, we're going to take it. And go to war with England. We're taking it. Going to war with England. We can peace out pretty fast. But I refuse to let London expand there. Yes. Goodbye.
Oh, it's you.
You're joking, right? No. No, I'm not. I don't really want to go to war. I just want to, like... a chill game. Right here is where we said we would settle it. So let's move to there. Move this guy over. Alright, so they're actually our enemy, so we need to make sure that we kill them. And we gotta fortify Hamburg. There we go. Just gotta make sure that we can get those. And we're gonna pull back. I don't actually care about expanding here, although it might be pretty interesting. No, I think I only have one of those right now. Oh no, I just got 2. Number of Wonders, yeah, we're gonna be at the very bottom of that list for a while. Not to say, absolute ages. This guy, wouldn't have him come on over to here and improve those horses, because... Or head there first. That's a spearman. Which I don't like our chances of going up against. I'm gonna head there. And... you're in my way. This worker? Okay, well that's actually pretty good if we don't have to train another worker. Now, just come on over. This one... anything that we particularly wanted to do. Caravan. Yeah, let's get a caravan going. Send it to Riga. Monaco is under attack by what? By barbs? Hope it's by barbs. Iron working. Oh, homie. Can I upgrade this one? I cannot. But I can move him up to there to continue observing. Move that one to there, move this one there. Let's go for... Now, metal casting will be pretty good, but we don't have enough iron to make it really worth it. The Artist Guild with production to wealth, trading posts. Trading posts might be interesting with the East India Company and the Artists Guild. Drama and poetry. We want to up our great people production by now. I think that meant someone went to the medieval. Yeah, Nebuchadnezzar is in the medieval era and he's fighting Nobunaga. Tough. Tough, tough, tough. Losing grasp on Almaty. That is 100% fine by me. Where can they move to? They can move to there. This can move to there. And I definitely want to have this guy, like, get ready to take a pounding. Build me that mine. That's what, 6 iron? Yeah, that'll be enough to upgrade all of my troops. Thankfully. This one there. This one on top of there. Good. And once we settle there, we'll have access to all the stuff that we thought we would get. No, but I would like this. And what about just this? Alright, that's fine. That works fine. That works for me. For me. We're gonna get these 3, which is gonna be good. Settle. Let's get a workboat. Because we don't have a workboat anywhere else. What is our major growth type? It would be this one. I am impatient. Sorry to say, this is the kind of player that I am. I want stuff to I want my cities to grow fast. Okay, what's our production at? Really good. Move this one to there. Attack. Attack. Move this one to there. This one onwards. Move this one. If you could embark, why didn't you embark on that side? Whatever. 10 pop, 8 pop. Total of 18. Oh, nice. Medieval era. Good. We're really close behind Babylon. This is good. Civil service. Fruit from the farm, fruit from the terrace farm. Chichen Itza. Pikeman. Anschnecht. Yeah, that used to be our unique unit. Before the DLCs. We're gonna attack towards education, I think. We have optics, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So England, once they get their unique unit, longbowmen, they're gonna be unstoppable. Or almost unstoppable. They're gonna be very annoying. Did he just heal up using a promotion? That ain't cool, yo. Over there. Disembark. Get out of the danger zone. Let me pasture. 4 or 5 or tired, you get another 5. Tired. Look at how much money we're making. 31. What are... Sorry, we have no interest. If you want to go to war with Nebu, go ahead. See, you're Wonderhorn as well. That's all I'm saying. See, we completely screwed over the city by buying up these tiles. It's an interesting tactic. Who's the most experienced? You're level 2. You are level 3. There you go. You have too many experience, have him move back, heal up. Have him create a pasture. This guy, I'm gonna have him move up to there. This did move up to there, this did move up to there. We gotta heal. We gotta heal. I'm gonna have him wait. Actually, and then we'll move him up. Peace treaty should make peace with Tyre to give me forward, but I accept. That is absolutely a-okay by me. I killed the unit I want to kill. I stopped you from expanding there temporarily, but I'm guessing that you're gonna expand there pretty soon. Unless I can rush a settler there. Which, I could do. Funnily enough, I could do it. There are actually furs there. We're gonna rush a settler there. Yeah. Okay, what I want you to do. Are we working? Yeah, we are. Who's there? We definitely want to lock in that tile. It's a really good tile. And it needs orders. Oh, you? Yeah, you can just stay there, I guess, because we're gonna end up moving there. So it's all good. We are 80 out of 60. That is really good. Let's have this guy move forward. They're the escapees of the Great War. Oh shoot, I keep on forgetting to check who it is that advances in eras. It's important. It tells me about their unique units. I don't know what they're good for. I think they're really, really good at naval war, but since only one of my cities is naval, should be okay. What do I need to do now? I could build the Colosseum. That has a little bit of a maintenance cost. Build more swordsmen. Could build composite bowmen. Another worker, another settler. I'm not going to settle another city. We already have the settler going. Build the caravanserai. It's cheap, doesn't cost much, and it's there. Heal this guy up. This guy's healing up. This dude's not upgraded. He's not the best. Let this guy move forwards. He turns. And then we can get another city out. Nice, so we'll have this sort of triangle formation, which is pretty good because we're not going to get attacked from below unless it's a city-state, and the city-state attacks are usually weak enough that we don't have to worry about them. Let's upgrade this guy. Let's actually have him stationed in Berlin. This dude finish up. This guy's healing. This guy's healing. Unit needs orders. Which one? You alert. Literally, you only ever exist to garrison. We have a couple of units that are at a pretty good level. Not that, wait, a friend of mine told me you could rename units in Civ 5. I'm not seeing it. Sorry, homie, I'm not seeing the ability to rename units. Maybe it depends on the level. That one's level 2, this one's level 3. Level 3, I can't rename it. In Civ 6 you can rename them starting... I was surprised because I was playing Civ 6 and my roommate has Civ 5. He's been thinking about getting Civ 6 and I was like, hey, this is really great, you can rename units. He's like, yeah, you can do that in Civ 5 too. I'm like, okay, I don't remember that at all. And I'm looking for it now and I can't find it. So I'll have to wait for you to show me where it is. So someone I don't know has entered the medieval era. That is fine. Oh, what is this? This is Berlin, right? The garden. Yes. Well, how are we doing on great person generation? Apparently not at all. That's how we're doing. Okay. That's not ideal. That's really not ideal. How much longer? 4 turns. Okay. So we could try and generate a great merchant. That's fine by me. Would I want this city actually? It's gonna have to be a land trade route if I want to send it food. I want those furs. So that means minimum of like there. If I settle it here, I can get access to that marble, so right there. And I will send this guy over to there. And this guy to here. Because that's where they're gonna end up going. This worker, you know what to do. Oh, let's micromanage. I kinda like the micromanaging. Like 2 food, 2 gold. That is good, but you are ignoring these 2 tiles. Should give you production instead. This guy's going to there. This dude's going to there. And this guy's my free guy. He's just there. Harold Bluetooth has entered the medieval era. Okay. So we demanded that he not settle near us and he told us to fuck off. So we do need to be a little bit careful about what it is that he intends. Can we just straight up build a pasture? Not yet. It's gonna be impossible to connect this to our line since we build a road to Tyre and then the Tyre to there. Which might be possible, actually, now that I think about it. So previously I was going to Riga for 9 gold per turn so I could go to Almaty. Does Almaty have a quest for me? They do not. What about Riga? They have an ally. I have an ally. Natural Wonder. I have the lead with 2 techs. Oh, that's great. And they don't care. Okay, so would I... Oh, this could be mutually beneficial actually if I send it to him. Unless Well, Munich has enough growth. Hamburg is connected. They're almost as big as Berlin, which is fine. So I probably want to send one to Nukuhiva to get a little bit of science. Where are we at? 46.5. That's good. We went up by a lot. Amati or Riga? Riga. We're gonna keep on going with that. That is a good enough trade route. You do nothing again. You come on, buddy. Get to where you need to be going. You move forward by 1 and heal. Next turn. You're gonna settle the city right there. 1, 2, 3. That should be good. Alert. This guy's still healing? Yep. Alright. Good. So we definitely want to start. Right now we can send our trade routes anywhere. But as soon as we move into the. As soon as we have our. What do they call our Heinzes? Heinzes? Our Heinzes. Heinzes. I don't speak German. That's hard to pronounce. The Heinzes. As soon as those are up, then we want to get to work on rerouting all of our trade routes. And you need to be alert. What level are you? You're level 3 actually. Okay. Right, but this guy who's level 2. And you have experience fighting in open terrain. This guy has experience. Okay, no, we definitely want to switch these guys out. This dude gotta go to here, and this guy gotta go to here. So this one's higher level. But what that means is it has a better promotion. So this one actually has a bonus in rough terrain, which is mostly what there is around there. And has the medic promotion right to like the rest of these dudes. I want to upgrade that one. This guy, don't do nothing. You're about to do something though. Oda Nobunaga has entered the medieval era, so he now has samurai. Okay, we definitely want to settle our city here and lock in that growth tile. We've already got the worker there, we can start producing that and upgrade this dude. In here, what do I want to produce? Copper bowman, another scout, a worker, a settler. Do we want another worker? I think we're pretty good. Turn 93, we're at 51 science. Did we go down? I don't know. Coliseum. We might as well build the Coliseum by now. This place. We could go for that or for the Coliseum. We're gonna go for barracks. We don't have. Well, we actually have a pretty big standing army now. Awesome considered walls or library. Tell me that bitch. Where's he going? Alright, this is our free guy, the guy who doesn't actually have a city assigned. The place where conflict is most likely to start. Let's actually have you go over here and explore that. You have a bonus in that. It's not that great. It's not that useful. How are you doing with the micromanaging? You're pretty good. This one, let's lock that in as well. I'm happy it's finally expanded to that. But wouldn't better maybe right there for production. This one, micromanaging, it's okay. Got these 3 citizens just doing whatever. Over here, there's only 1 citizen, so easy enough. Happiness wise, we're doing good. Let's exchange embassies. I can do that. Kamehameha can be Colossus. Yeah, Kamehameha is being powerful. So we now have 2 coastal cities actually. Well, what that does mean is they're maritime. They don't actually have a naval thing. They don't either, I don't think. I don't know, I can't tell. You, I want to have heal up. You want to have this. Which city just grew? Munich. Okay, micromanaging time. You want to work that tile. Okay. Great idea. I hate it. Let's work this one. Because 2 food I'm all for. But I guess that one actually gives like 1 gold more. Yeah. Never mind. They were right. Take it back. I don't know shit. Right, so we already saw that building this, yeah, -1 food. But I'll get spices. I'm gonna have to do it. You know I had to do it to him. I'm gonna get those spices connected. Petra has been built in a faraway land, that's fine. Don't have any desert, so wouldn't have benefited me. You just keep on doing what you're doing. choose production. Whereabouts? Right here. Library, walls, market, lighthouse, Coliseum. That's a pretty good queue up, I think. I'm gonna send it to here and improve this and not the fish, because that way we get 3 foods right there. 3 foods. 3 food. I'm gonna lock that in instead as well. That way we get a little bit faster growth. So 3 turns compared to 4 turns. So we get 1 turn faster. But we've connected this as a luxury resource we don't have anywhere else, which is gonna be good for us. Might work for it. Move this guy into there. Unit needs orders. Alert. Is that everything? Apparently, this unit's still healing. We're almost at 2 pop though. Since that's done, this city doesn't have great production. We can up that by building that there, and once it reaches up there. So see, we have really good gold income, but we also have a pretty big standing army. And the reason why we're able to do that, we're gonna go for amphitheater because we do want to give ourselves a possibility of going culture in the future. This, what kind of great person are you generating? Absolutely nothing right now. Coliseum. Colossal Coliseum. What is this? Right, peace treaty with Elizabeth. So... No, I should... damn it, I could have moved on to there in like 1 turn. So I'll be able to do it next turn. So I realized I wasn't working that. There was no need.
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
Yes, I would. Turn 96 and we're at how much science? I can't see. 53.25. Okay. Do I have a hope of getting that to 100 by turn 100? That's my kind of my goal in this. Oof, that's not helping my goal. It's not helping my goal at all. It's fine. Well, get that done. I can build a farm there. No, a farm is going to take more than 3 turns. Someone built the Hanging Gardens. That's fine. I already said I was going for a wonderless game. You've met Sydney. Great. Truly wonderful. Okay, we're going to connect these first to our trade network. 1 turn until that gets done. We have really good production in Berlin. I'm very happy with that city. But it's also got really great growth, which I really like. Speaking of, what I want you to produce. God, I can't just like pump turns into science or anything. We could go for a war, but I don't feel like it. So we're gonna build the barracks just because. Okay, they actually have a 3rd city there. Alright, so they weren't as hemmed in as I thought. Which is good. Good for them. Good for them to be able to adapt. Oh, that's cute. One thing I really like about Civ 5 and Civ 6 that I've noticed is one of my friends, he likes to usually just play as Venice because he doesn't really like the whole political alliance game that goes on every single game. He's just like, yo, chill, let me just do my thing. Sorry, I had a burp in the middle there. And one of the things he does is he always like sort of, oh, we can upgrade that guy, zooms in to his cities and just like admires. It's the thing he and I did one game, like, see this right here, this is a really nice looking spot just between these 3. Doesn't this make you think of just like a rural area? Is that not improved? No, that is improved. This one's not improved. This just makes me think rural. See it, I'm like, yep, that's rural, I like that. Okay, we could build this temple, but in a turn we're about to get education, we can build universities. So instead, I'm going to put a turn into something. Well, we might as well pick something like, oh, we actually have the national epic that we can build. Didn't realize that. Should have realized that. That was my mistake. Oh, I can see an early war that might happen. Well, another early war. So, math, 19. Right? 11 plus 7. Commerce is what I always go for here, but instead I might go for patronage. I always open the patronage tree just because you can get Forbidden Palace. And because that way, my relationship with city-states, like with Tyre, deteriorates slower. Which is good. There you go. First connected, and then we're gonna have him move to there. So what are you currently working? This is a good tile. Definitely want you to work that. Oh, go back. And you're working, I guess, a 2 food one. That's also good. Yeah, we could be doing a little bit better here. Could be, well, still growing though. 6 turns. 4 turns. What is our citizen here is working that? That's a good idea. This one he's working this. See, this is the one kind of thing that I don't really like about it. What is it building? A library. Okay, well, I do really want that. Trading posts. Yeah, I'd like an additional trade route. I really would. Those are useful. Higher, I already said. That's the one we're going to go steady with. They're mercantile, and the longer you keep a trade route with them, the better the trade route will get. So definitely worth it. We're going to clear that marsh and build a farm. This guy's built a pasture there. Okay, we're going to go ahead and build a thing there. Can't remember what it's called. Camp. It's called a camp. That is the name. Yes. Someone's built a mausoleum. That's fine by me. Okay, since we're actually going to build a university here, we might want to just buy those 3 tiles. We're gonna do that. 1, 2, 3. So we can work those. So we can build trading posts in those. Yeah. Let's go ahead and clear that marsh. Get those camps going. Okay, we connected the first to our trade network, which is good. Going to the quarry. Also good. How are we doing? Yeah, we're doing good. How's Berlin doing? Did Berlin grow? I don't think it did. I think I'm just imagining it. Okay, we still have another 2 iron, which is okay, I guess. And we can turn that into frigates at one point. Oh, we're at turn 103. Time to stat. Let's turn 103. Let's let's just keep on going until we. I like the one thing to do. University. Need orders. Okay, your orders are to return. Come home. Boy. Let's just save game. Save game. Bismarck. Save. Okay. So let's take a quick look at where we're at. Turn 100. We are at 4 plus 9. That's 13 plus 17. God, we're at a lot of population. Okay, let's take a look at demographics. We're second in population, which is good. We're also second in production, which is also good. We're first in gold, which is really good. You can see because now we got lucky because of that. We have a mercantile city state right there. That's lucky. That's pure RNG. That's very good. And we have where our trade was actually going to. Can we see that? Trade route overview. Yep. So we have Tyre, Riga, and Tyre. So that's 2 to a mercantile city state and 1 right there to another city state that's really next to us. Easy as that. Oh, there's modifiers. Oh, cool. So if you're next to a river, or if they're next to a river, if you're next to a river, you get a plus 20.25% to whatever you would gain from it. Okay, that's really good. In terms of pop, if we were to wait, literally we have like 2 cities about to grow, but so let's consider this a 10 and this a 6. So that makes 16 plus 12. 16 plus 12, 28, 4, 32. 32 pop by turn 104. And graphics wise, we're second. It's pretty good. We're quite a bit above the average, which I like. Crop yield, I think that's like pretty much your rate. That's how many farms you have. We're not very high because we didn't build very many farms. That makes sense. Manufactured goods production, we are second. We're a little bit behind, but we are pretty ahead. We're literally in between the top and the average. Exactly in between. 20 whatever. So that's good. Gold, we're top. That's because of the mercantile trade route. Soldiers, we're second. And the reason why we're making so much money while still being second is because not only as Germany we pay 25% maintenance, but tradition, garrison units cost no maintenance. It's overpowered, it's very powerful, it's very strong. That's what I was doing. Land we don't really care about because that's going to vary per game. Approval, we have really good happiness. So if we look at why that is, it's because we have +4 from having a bunch of different luxuries. So we have furs, that's 1, crabs, that's 2, ivory, wine, What else we got? We got spices. That's 5. Actually, I can just look over here, right? Yeah. So, oh yeah, marble as well. That's 6 gems. Where am I getting gems from? Not from any of my cities. I don't remember finding any of my cities on gems. So it must be one of my. That's from Tyre. Okay, so Tyre is currently responsible for like +4 for my happiness. But I can see we're doing pretty good. Like happiness-wise, very good. 22 having this many cities, very good. We were able to stop. So notable events of these first 100 turns was we managed to forward settle. It was good. Then we ended up buying out the tiles here to screw them over from their settling there. But if we did this against a player, we would get so much salt, and we would basically have war declared on us for the rest of the game. So not great, but since it's AI single player, we can do it. We could maybe justify this one, like I don't want you to expand any further, but with this one, this expansion right up top here, just to get the spices, they would hit us for it. What we could do is later in the game, we could just place a great general like right on top of those bananas. Like by this time, then place a great general right there, and boom, just nab that expansion, grab those spices. That'll get war declared on us for sure. No escaping that. Now city placement wise, this was a good forward settle. We managed to get in between their civilization and ours because we had that ruin right there. That was pure luck again, but very lucky, very good. So right here we were able to place our city forward settle, and it's really strong compared to the other two, around 16, 23, 14. Even my own cap's only over 27, right? So it's powerful. It'll stand up to an attack until I can rush troops over, which I can do via this road, which is good. Which is very, very good. In terms of strategic resources, we are blessed with a ton of, we are blessed. We have a ton of horses. Right here 4 horses, right here 2, and right here 2. Although it did take us quite a while to expand to those. So not great, but we did eventually get some. In iron, however, we are stunted. We got lucky. This is a 6 iron, could have been a 2 iron, could have been way worse. So 6 iron, we got lucky. We found our city there so that we could work it instead of finding a city right there. Which is good. Since we also got those spices. What else do I want to say? What was I looking at? Right, literacy. We are keeping up, even though there's like a heavy science civ Babylon in the game, we are keeping up with amount of text discovered, which is great. We are right up there. We have no wonders built, but we're this high on the scoreboard by turn 100, which I think is good. In terms of where we're at 63. So that's pretty good. 100 by 100 thing comes from a group of YouTubers I watch. They play on standard mode, so the cost of technologies is higher, so the science that you produce is higher. So that might be why they do 100 by 100. For us, I think 50 by 100 is good. So having 63 seems good to me. 63 seems good to me. Gold-wise, we're at 50 plus 52 per turn. Great. Absolutely amazing. That's really, really good, I think. And we're going to get, in 3 turns, another trade route, which we can send somewhere else and get even more. Right, up to like 60 or something. Oh, we went down to 52? What just happened? I don't know, it doesn't matter. So 52. Keep in mind that's... Yeah, so we're getting 10 purely from the city connection between cities and my capital. So that's just that road right there. Now this one, next turn it'll go to pop 6, and once this guy's done improving all of these, we can have him build the road directly there. Which is going to result in a little bit more. And this one is nowhere near being big enough. Once this reaches pop 10, then I might connect it, maybe. I don't know. I haven't quite decided yet. But this one's going to stay out of connection for a long, long while yet, I think. Unless if I built a merchant ship there. I wonder if that's going to work. If I build a merchant ship there, and I have a road to Tyre from Tyre to Berlin, will that work as a connection? I don't think so. So I'll have to build a road there and a road there. That'll just be a little bit annoying, but I'll wait until they give me the quest to, they just want me to build the Oracle, which I'm not going to do. They ask for tribute. I'm very powerful. There's no point. So I could connect Colonia, but there's no point right now because it's pop 4. You always want to wait until, well, you just count the number of tiles and you wait until your cities are both that size, and then you can connect them, is like the rule of thumb pretty much. So Hamburg, since it was pop 6, I built that road. Now it's almost pop 10, and you can see just from that it's giving me 10 gold, right? It's almost pop 10. This one is almost pop 6, so if I were to build a road here, 1, 2, 3, 4, it would give me plus 2 gold. Because -1 for each here, or whatever. I'm not too sure how it works. We're getting 4 from other civilizations. That's from England. So our actual income is actually 48, which is still good. We're at around 50, so 50 by turn 100. We're at 3 out of 3 trade routes. That's important to know. We're not at 4. We could be at 4. We will be at 4 in a little bit. But that's important. Yeah, and we're trading exclusively with city-states, because this way we have... The longer you stick with a trade route, we're playing this way with our trade routes because of what civ we're playing, as we're playing as Germany. So the longer we stick with a trade route, the more valuable it'll become. And of course, since we have these trade routes going now really early, what's going to happen is when we get the Heinzes, not only will they give us production, but they'll already be worth quite a lot more than if we were to send it to other city-states. So for example, another advantage, part of the reason why I settled here, well, first of all, I settled here because of the opportunity, right? England had an unprotected settler. If that was a player, I would have absolutely taken it. Said, nope, this should be left either empty of any city or mine, because that's pretty much a forward settle. It's a buffer state. It's a buffer island, right? And for England, this would have been naval zone. England is a naval civ. They get their man of wars or whatever. They get them out here. I don't think they can reach Hamburg from it, but they can certainly bombard my lands and deal quite a bit of damage. But this way, they don't have a naval base here, and I can protect Tyre if they try and make any moves on it, which is also useful. Now, in terms of city-state relationships, Tyre, Mercantile, definitely want to pledge protect, do everything, actually protect them. Alright, pledge protect and actually protect them. Almaty, I don't really mind. I'd much rather actually that they remain a city-state, but they're in Tundra. They only have 2 iron. So unless they have uranium somewhere up in here, or coal, there is no need for me to go to war against them. There's no need for another player to take them. So they will remain as they are. So that's like our southern border pretty much secure. We could find a city there, but there's no point. It wouldn't be very good. That should be pretty trash because there's no like row of tiles, like one here and one here. But it would be pointless. Riga, I want to keep independent. The reason why is it's like, okay, it does have 6 iron and spices, so it might be worth, and it's an excellent amount, so I could build an observatory there. It might be worth taking eventually one day. But I'm actually going to pledge protect because it's pretty nice. I like it. There's no reason for me to take them, and they serve as a buffer against Kalpan. Right, so Kalpan can't expand its borders further. They're just useful. Ragusa, I don't mind. They could get taken by them. I'd much rather they not, of course. But if they do get taken by them, then I can easily just march into Kalpan. Because as well, what I'm noticing now is plains and plains right here, and plains. So if I just amass a little army right here, and then send them into Kalpan, I can just dash them in, place them here, 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 like an archery unit here, one there, one archer unit here. This is also plains, right? Yeah, plains. So literally, from here, 1, 2, it's there. From here, 1, 2 is there. They can just both bombard. Send another one up on top of that jungle hill from like here. Boom. Melee, melee, melee. Another archer unit here. And I can dash in with cavalry once I move this one out. Which is really good. Yeah, like this. What was I gonna say? Yeah, micromanaging wise, I think we've done really well. I think it's been a good first 100 turns. I think we can definitely make it better if we just switch that out for that. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and do that. Switch it over to this one. Cologne. Yeah, I do want you to work these tiles. There's finally there. So one of those two next, which should be great. This one's just trash, so I don't care about it. I could buy out this tile to get the marble for sure, but there's no need because I don't think that London can work it, so their borders won't expand that far. 1, 2, 3, they're at the maximum here. They don't have no need to expand there. So yeah, thus far it's looking like we have a pretty solid triangular empire sort of thing going. This is unfortunate, the fact that there's a bunch of water here. But with the lighthouse being built there, 2, 3, 2, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, could get all of these tiles right here to just become sources of food for our city. And I guess technically if we have close borders the entire time, we can amass a little navy here, but it would be a pain to take them around. Anyways, so we have this naval city. We can send a naval trade route over to Tyre, which is going to be really good because naval trade routes are better than land trade routes. So 5. Here, this one can maybe reach Ragusa. I don't think so. It can almost definitely reach Tyre. So I don't see any ice here because that's a resource, so it should be able to go all the way around, and that'll be good. In terms of our opponents, oh yeah, faith-wise, we just have Pantheon. There has been a religion that's founded. I can't remember who it was. It wasn't London. Babylon, maybe? No. Okay, so there was a religion founded, but it was over on the other side, or like the other continent, not this continent, or someone I haven't met yet, right? So in a pure score, now you'll notice our score is still pretty high, even though we've built no wonders. The reason why is from our population, I think. Yeah, we have 120. Right to this guy 112, 32 from his policies. We have 32 from policies as well. Blah, 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 blah. So our score-wise, because that's what we like to look at in our multiplayer games, how we check sort of how many wonders everyone has built and how powerful they're doing, or whether or not they're playing aggressively. Kamehameha, super aggressive, because of the wonders. 150 from wonders, although Nebuchadnezzar is at 50... 25, 0, and 0. So yeah, Nebuchadnezzar, Wonder Horror Supreme. Oh, he's the one who founded the religion. He has Catholicism. So, yeah. Wonders, religion, land. That's where he's just getting all of his score points from. So he is like twice our score. Nebuchadnezzar and I, who are like the second and third. So I don't look it, but my empire is really stable. I have an army. It would, okay, admittedly one thing I could have done better, a lot better actually, would have been if I had placed composite bowmen in here instead of my swordsmen. But the thing is, these swordsmen and this pikeman, they have gained levels. They leveled up, and I wasn't thinking about farming the camps for... One thing I could have done as Germany, especially with this camp right here, maybe, is just adopted honor so that I could get culture from camps. And one thing I'll definitely do in multiplayer, because then I can actually talk to people and tell them, hey, don't you dare touch that camp, is farm the camp that was here. So just archer unit, bombard every so often whenever a barb spawns, but don't take the camp. And as soon as an archer spawns there, take the camp, and then off chance that it'll give me an archer. So I could have done that a little bit better, but I'm satisfied with what I've done. Especially like I've managed to optimize these guys, where this guy has a bonus fighting in forest or jungle, so he can fight off an invasion from there, and he can do very well there. This guy who can reach him relatively quickly, like 2 turns, right? Open, so up until there, and a turn, and the next turn he can just dash over to there. Pretty good. This guy has an open one as well, so he can't actually reach the city very quickly right now. But he could go pretty fast. Do I have tiles on? Yeah, I do. Turn those off unless I have one of these guys tugged. This dude, open. It's all open around him except for that one tile right there. So he is open and he can do very well with that. So I think I've managed to optimize promotions. And I think that's pure happenstance. I wasn't really planning for it, but it just turned out that way where promotions are optimized. This is mostly open over here. One thing I could have done, for sure, is once I could have gotten a worker earlier and cut down this forest, which I'm not using now. Now I could build lumber mills on it. Once I've, so now I have the tech, but not really much point. There's nothing I'm really teching towards that really needs it. Oh, I should have the Q University. Gardens and stables. What are you doing at? This, yeah, it's a good start. This one I wanted to get walls in the granary, because I wanted to have the food. The market, the lighthouse. Amphitheater, sure. Why not? Just go ahead and save game. I think I'm taking just as much time talking about what I, this one turn and where we're at, as I am, just normal, whatever, playing up to a turn. Research-wise, we are keeping up. We are doing very well, actually. Yeah, unit list, we literally have everyone garrisoned except for this one guy. We have 3 workers and 3 caravans, so we're keeping our costs low, which is very good. That's the unit list, the city list. Let's see. We're spending most of our money on building maintenance, which is perfect. 5 spent from the roads. It's these. So, where we're at here, let's see what we're doing right here. We're at bunch of pop. Can't remember, I counted this already. 13, 9 plus 4 is 13, so that make 18. Oh, wait, are we exactly at 30 pop? Did I do math wrong? I think we are. $10, $19. I don't do math. I'll just use my phone. Man, this is gonna sound like I'm fucking stupid. I do literature. I don't do math for a reason. I played on my strengths. 30. It makes 30. So we're at 30 pop. 30 pop by turn 100. Which, I've never really looked at my pop and tried to set milestones. But I think that's pretty good. Now, we haven't unlocked our Hansa yet, so we can't actually get the benefits from trading with these city-states. But we've been able to sort of isolate tires, so we'll be able to trade with them. And no one should be able to take them away from us. The economic overview, I don't want to know that. I don't know how that works. In terms of our luxuries, this is true. We could be doing a little bit better here. So if I had prioritized this city right here, I think I did the right choice with city prioritization, where I first forward settled here so that I wouldn't get settled in this direction, so that they wouldn't take it. I think that was a good choice. And then I think settling my city there afterwards is also a good choice because of these 3. And it's not present right now, but in a couple turns it will be, where in the next 100 turns we're going to get 1, 2, and 3 ivory. We'll be able to export a lot more, because we currently have 1 ivory and 1 export. It's 1 ivory. Is this ivory improved? Yeah. So that means we have 1 ivory with us, which is good. That's giving us the happiness, and we're exporting only 1. But we have these 3 ivory here, which we could be exporting. And if we were trading with players, we could be making some really sweet deals with the amount of ivory that we have. That is our only tradable luxury resource, though. We don't have anything else. So once we trade, once we trade it away, that's it. So we can have 1, 2, 3, 4, because of that one, ivory to trade, which would be good. Oh, we could get a second marble from right here, which is also good. Yeah, so all in all, pretty good, just purely there. Strategic resources not that great. Bonus resources we don't really care about. You'll see we literally just have a bunch of like food. Great person list, this is what I'm interested in. So you see we're actually not generating any great people, which is not good. I think by turn 100 we definitely want to start generating great people. That's in my slot to work on for next time. But great admiral progress, we're at 0 out of 200. Great general, 35 out of 200 because of the barbs. So that's fine because I never do navy. I don't know how navy works. I always do land battles, so that works to my strengths. In terms of what we could be generating here, we can only generate, I think, great merchants because of what we've researched so far. Once we get education, I think it is. That's when we can start. Oh, we already have education. I don't know, man. I don't know what the building is that lets you pick to generate. I think it's universities, actually. Yeah, scientist slots. So does this one have any? No, it doesn't. Yes, we don't have university up just yet. We haven't one up there in 6 turns. Okay, so once we get our whatchamacallit. First of all, our science is gonna boom up as soon as we get our universities done. So from 63, we're gonna go up, up, up. It's gonna go very high. What else? So that's gonna be a bit higher. And then we can start generating a great scientist, which will help us in the future. So yeah, that's a quick review of where we're at by turn 100 of this game. We'll play this game until the end. I don't know, we don't have like a current goal. I think we're doing really well compared to like everyone else, technically, I guess. Unification law, religion overview, tech tree, weekly progress. Let's take a look at this. Science. Ooh, technological progress. Whatever. Yeah, literally no progress in the first 100 turns. That makes sense. That makes sense to me. What do our advisors council actually? The Danish army. Yeah, basically they're saying we really need to watch out for Polynesia and Babylon. This guy, just whatever. These results are 30 pop vision. That's efficiency. Great. Additional iron. Japanese Empire doesn't have any. To capture by yeah, this we might do in the future. We might do this as like a side quest to liberate Hanoi. Yeah, no, chill. Has Munich been queued up fully? Yeah. I was gonna ask to build a workboat, but it's been queued up fully. Yeah, all in all, pretty good. I think that was successful 100 turns.